Yes. We are around the world. Amira says everyone says hi. So Shawn, everyone at Amira's birthday party wants to send their love all the way from Bosnia, from Huddersfield, all the way to that there freezing cold and rainy Canada. Yeah, go on. Oh, yes, definitely. Amara is 21. Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. So Canada Day, what? So what's is that? When was? Yeah, was was discovered by- nice. Oh, there we go. So we've got the history of Canada, and you guys don't celebrate an Independence Day as well, which is quite nice. Exactly, exactly. We are coming up to the. It's only a few days away from the American Treason Day. Yes. Yeah, cool. Amira says we're celebrating England winning the match today. Absolutely, they did a great job, and Amira predicted the score well in advance as well. So yeah, brilliant, cool. So let's get into it. Conferences and Hypno Thoughts is within spitting distance right now. Yeah, no, yes, but yeah, I remember that one. Well, yeah, yeah, yes. Shout out to James Stringer. Um, yeah, twice in one day, James. Yeah, do you know what? It's Hypno Thoughts. I love how it naturally, kind of organically grew into what it is. It started off as one thing, and then the need grew and grew and grew, and how that conference has changed over the years is incredible. Yeah, which is weird though as well because like they've like going full circle. They then had the in-person conference for a few years, and then kind of it was HTL 360, which then becomes the online version of that as well now. So it's kind of come full circle as the need for hypnotists and hypnotherapists around the world need to kind of get that together. So, and again, it's the model that a lot of other conferences look to as the benchmark, which is fantastic.
Hmm. Apparently, I wasn't in the stream. Now I am.
Oh, oh,
Surprise. That's okay. We were talking like we were still on TikTok.
yeah, yes, yes.
It's all good.
Oh,
All good. Yeah. No. And I think the really cool thing about how it's come full circle is, you know, Scott's an innovator, and he didn't just go back to a chat room. He went to something that capitalized on what it was, what it could be, and is preparing for the future because I know Scott's also heavily involved in the AI industry.
Yeah.
Uh, it got weird. Were you just hearing my voice in your head, Jesse? That's okay. It's all good.
We should get Jesse on one week, actually.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully,
And
you're dry over in central Saskatchewan, Jesse. Because we got hammered out here for the last day and a half. There is water everywhere.
Central Saskatchewan, that is a tongue twister if ever there was one.
Yeah, no, and Jesse will know this. Everything from probably Kenora through to well, all the way up to Benito in Manitoba is underwater right now.
Wow.
Creeks or rivers are overflowing. Oh, okay, you're in Shiloh. Okay, well, you're still south of it though, so that's not too bad.
Cool. I love how we always end up talking about the weather as well. I
Well,
always thought,
it's one thing that unites the world. We all have it, good or
yes,
bad. It is what it is. So, but I always go back to what Scott King used to say in Hypno Hustle when somebody would be trying to hassle me about the weather, and Scott would just shake his head and say, "Like you can't beat Shawn on the weather." It is Saskatchewan. It does change for the good or for the the bad, whichever. So, but
I,
that's okay.
I nearly took a picture of a random stranger the other day. I was at a Get Your Geek On event, and there was a gentleman there who had a Starfleet uniform on, but it was nowhere near the quality of yours, Shawn. And so I was going to send you a picture of it so that you could be proud of your uniform.
Yeah, mine. When the series came out in '87, I think I got mine. It was 1990 because I would have had it when Star Trek Six came out.
Wow.
Uh, so that's how old that uniform is, and it's set to retire soon.
Nice, nice. Cool. And do you know what? I love it because it was like that was kind of like the inspiration which inspired Terry Stokes to then do his keynote speech at PHS as Superman. And he said he fulfilled a lifelong wish of being able to walk through a casino dressed as
Dressed as
Superman.
Superman. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember, and he and I, of course, had a good exchange at that conference too, back and forth. And I know there's pictures of me and Terry standing side by side. I don't have any of them. So
Oh,
if anybody has that picture of me and Terry holding up the "I was here" poster as our mild mannered alter egos, so to
yeah.
speak, let me know. I will
I
pay
would
for you to email it to me.
I would dig through my archives. Oh, matron. I will dig through my archives and see if I can find. Because I think I've definitely seen that.
Yeah.
So it was either I've got it or Jim's got it. If Jim had it, it may be more of a challenge to find. But one of
Well,
us
we know
definitely.
where he is, so
Yeah, exactly. You know where Jim is. Um, I
he's a
don't know if
little
you've his photo archives.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's a little less mobile than we are. So
Yes. Yes. And not posting as much, but still posting more than most hypnotherapists on social media, despite
yeah,
being dead for two
I've been
years.
I've been off social media for most of June because of the end of school. So my I'm of course it's always weird when you see something a year and a half later, but again that was Jim, right? Like he had things, he used it once, twice, three times, scheduled it out, and had he literally had a year and a half of posts scheduled out. So when you think about that kind of power, if you want to compete against somebody like that, yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta him.
yeah. I mean, that's it. That's it. It's having the discipline and putting in the work. That there is no shortcuts to success. There is no. Do you know what I mean? Even when it comes to social media, you think what's the hack, what's the secret, what's the shortcut to using social media for success? Well, the secret is even the shortcuts. You have to put the work in.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Tommy's.
Did you see how Tara was dressed at our stage conference? 7 years planned out. How was he dressed, Tommy? 7 years planned out. That is good going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Uh,
yeah,
well, Tommy would have been there when he was dressed like Superman. So
yes. Tommy's been there every year and a great support of the conference as well.
yeah,
And Tommy is a phenomenal hypnotist and a genuinely nice guy as well. So yeah, yeah. Should we get into what have we got after no Pat? Oh yes, yeah,
well, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, right? Like we're going to
right,
mention that.
yeah. Oh, do you know what? There's some great characters and some great people in the stage hypnosis community. In the hypnosis community, anyway, there's some great people, but especially within the performance side of things, you've got to be a special type of person to be a performer. I think
Yep.
to be a good performer, you've got to really you got to be able to do it with no pants.
It's just adapting to the environment.
Yes, but if I adapted in that way, I would get arrested. I think
Well, didn't say anything about underwear.
that's yeah. So Hypno Thoughts is in the next couple of weeks or so.
Yep. Yep.
Uh,
So mid July. So actually, like 2 weeks away, just a little bit more than that.
there we go.
And Steve Falcon is here with us as well, another amazing hypnotist who has just landed himself in Las Vegas again at
Yeah,
the MGM. Um, well, it's not so much what you missed; it was what was missing from a certain person's wardrobe
pants.
on that day.
Shout out to Steve as well because he did a great thing. So he's got his residency at the MGM now. And again, it's that scarcity mindset that so many hypnotists have that it was shown that Steve didn't have, and he kind of helped other hypnotists level up. So Brenda Kay is covering some shows at the Myrtle Beach residency that Steve's had for years, and how fantastic is that? And again, I saw some of the posts that Steve put out for that, and just brilliant. It's just to see a great top level performer showcasing another great top level performer. And you know that Brenda's going to do a great job there as well. It's absolutely fantastic. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
And on the back end of that, I saw Brenda posted something about a cruise line looking for a hypnotist.
yeah,
Uh, and so just paying that forward, and that's how we grow the industry, folks. Somebody does something, we get a seed sown, and then it multiplies with another seed sown, and all of a sudden more people get opportunities and get to level up. So
yeah, exactly. And it's good people in the industry doing good work. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? And it's like, not saying there's a hierarchy or anything like that, but in the past, people have tried to be very protective and like, I don't want to share my toys. And what that's led to is there's a scarcity of quality hypnotists out there performing. And that's the thing that kind of is what slowed the industry down. And so when you've got top level performers doing great stuff, and again, on the strip in Las Vegas, it makes people aware of hypnosis shows, which makes them book more hypnosis shows.
yeah,
We need more quality shows out there for people to go, I went to see this show, it was hilarious. When can I bring something similar like that to my town, to my corporate event, to my fundraiser? And so that's a lot of the thought behind PHS, bringing those professionals together in one weekend so that they can share ideas. How do we grow? How do we do better? And how do we do a keynote dressed as Superman or with no pants?
well, I can't answer either of those.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
Steve. Um, and again, it's I'm excited to be in Vegas in January again and come and see the show. Um, yeah,
Yeah, I
and
could.
yeah, I will say Steve is probably the second best dressed hypnotist on the circuit. No, no, absolutely, always daft on stage, and it's so important to be. I'm a big fan of stage wear has got to be,
Yeah.
good, awesome. Yeah. Do you know what? We've mentioned it. Should we put it on screen? It's like we don't know what we're doing, Sean.
It's just a couple of guys having a newscast. What can we say? News, weather, and sports. I mean, we've talked about it all now.
Yeah, there we go. Second
I didn't say it, Steve.
best. A bow tie and a tux. You can't beat it. You cannot beat it at all. Um,
I have a bow tie, actually. I don't know if I
yeah,
can get it around my neck anymore, but I do have one.
I will say this: when I learned to tie a bow tie, I feel like I leveled up as a man. Um, and it's really funny. I have a co-presenter on another show and a business partner in some other ventures that I'm involved in, Alan. I love Alan to death. I've known him for 25 years. We host an awards ceremony together, and the first year we've done it, he's gone. I'm gonna do a proper bow tie, and I've gone. Have you practiced? And he's like, no. And I'm like, it's the awards tonight. And he went, yeah, I'm going to get a YouTube video. On the night when we came down to present the awards, he had a fake bow tie on. it's it's so difficult to do. It's so easy once you know, but I tell you what, I love wearing a real bow tie. I just don't get a chance to wear it as often as I'd like to.
Well, there you go. I've
Maybe
picked
for
one, so
PHS this year.
yeah, I think I could be persuaded to bring mine down.
Yeah, I don't I don't know if Brian will be able to do it.
I don't think so. I
No,
don't think so. Steve has to run. Have a good time while you're down there in Vegas, and we'll definitely see you soon.
yes, definitely. Again, uh, great people doing great things for the field, for the craft. And so, yeah, cool. We need to support Steve in his show, Kevin in his show, anyone that has got a hypnosis show. Again, if I'm not working and there's a local hypnotist working locally, I always try and go and see their show as well. And I'll buy tickets. I'll not send a message saying, can I get free tickets to come to your show? Buy tickets to these shows, support
Yeah,
them.
100%. I see we have a PHS logo up there.
Yes, that was for the Performing Hypnosis Summit in Las Vegas. That was
Yeah.
actually for the. I realised as I did it, I'd not changed the link. That was for the speaker submissions,
Oh yeah,
um, which I
which are
believe,
now over.
which is now as Dan would say, is now locked.
Locked.
Locked. Um, so yeah, and so I know a couple of people have just put in their kind of titles and basic talks, just want to make sure they get it in there. But the message over the last couple of weeks of people of what they're putting in is brilliant. I think the
Yeah.
variety of speaker topics is going to be fantastic. So we'll be working on that over the next couple of weeks to get that schedule.
Yep, and we will make those announcements right after Hypnothoughts is done, and everybody has a chance to get back to home and whatnot. And so probably I'm looking at that first week of August to start making those speaker announcements. By the time we get everybody contacted and scheduled in and so on and so forth, and then yeah, if there are if there are a couple of spots still open, guess what? We'll fill them because we know people,
Yeah, yeah,
and whether that's online or in person.
yeah,
We've seen the list. I think we'll be okay in person. We may have a couple of spots online. So if you're an online presenter and you didn't get just keep in mind we might just shoulder tap you and say, hey, you know, you do this. This would be really a good fit for this year's conference because this year's conference, again, last year, we had the discussion at the end of last year. What's going to change? What are we going to do to make things better? Well, last year we introduced kind of I don't want to say a business track, but we had some really heavy hitting
Mm.
business presentations that really went to how you structure your business, all the way to how you can fundraise with confidence and bring the community in, so that not only do you get paid, you can walk away with an actual decent.
Yeah.
You don't have to take it at a discount, right? Um,
And Claude's talk last year, oh, amazing.
yeah,
You know, comes a couple of great talks that, like you said, really help put cash in the bank.
yeah. And Jesse's saying, "Let me know what you need. I can fill time online." Yeah, you're one of those people I have in mind actually all the time, Jesse. Believe it or not,
Yes, and not always in a good way.
I keep saying, someday we should probably get together for coffee. We're 3.5 hours away. I'm sure we could just meet somewhere.
Yeah,
And I'm sure we can, but not if you're in CFB Shiloh in Manitoba. That's a little further away.
speaking of further away, speakers this year, I know we have speakers coming in from Dubai, China, New Zealand, London, as well as other people from America and that they're Canada as well.
Yeah,
And so it's great that it is stage hypnosis, performance hypnosis from around the world. So
and
yeah,
that provides a bigger view. Like if we just stuck to North America and maybe Britain, yeah, okay, that's good. If you're driving through Yorkton and you don't stop for coffee, Jesse, that's all I'm gonna say. We will let me know when you're coming through. I will make time, and we'll do coffee.
awesome. Again, that's the important thing. Like again, good hypnotist meeting together, taking time, on the road to kind of get that stuff done as well. Richard Webster. The top of my head, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't want to say who it is yet because we've not officially announced the speakers. But yeah, I don't know if New Zealand is a speaker or just an attendee, actually. But yeah,
should be interesting either way. And,
yeah,
and again, that international flavor of how we can incorporate new ideas, um, take some things that you never would have considered doing. I remember when we interviewed Jeff Bennick, um, um, on the Hypnosis Hero podcast, and he was talking about how he structures his show and the theatrical
yeah,
element to his show. And I'm thinking to myself, like, that is so different from what a lot of hypnotists do.
yeah.
And
And not wanting to let the cat out of the bag. Um, Netherlands as well.
at least it's in the Netherlands and not the Nether regions.
Yeah,
That's a different place. Um,
yeah. But yeah,
uh,
the way that Jeff structures the production side of his show is unbelievable.
yeah,
And again, from the knowledge that he's got from that kind of stagecraft, he puts that into his show. And so I always thought I had some good production. Jeff just knocks it out the park. He is the production wizard.
yeah,
And so he may or may not be doing a presentation on that. And so again, it's the difference that makes a difference, especially because like I always say this, as hypnotists, we can just turn up with a microphone and do our job. That's
yeah,
great. But Beyonce needs backing singers and pyrotechnics and lights and all of that. So if she needs all that and she's a powerhouse of a singer, if Taylor Swift needs all the production that she's got, who's a powerhouse of performer, then I definitely need some razzle dazzle to distract from my average show.
Well, yes, that too.
Yeah.
You know,
And
I,
speaking of razzle dazzle, Brian Bay's in the chat.
well, he missed out on all the really great comments that we had.
Yes.
So okay, just Brian, so you know, it's Canada 159 this year. It is Canada's birthday. We know that that other day is coming up in a couple of days. So, what did you refer to it as, Grant?
The American Treason Day.
There you go.
Cool. So yeah, so we'll probably, I'm not saying we'll be going, I mean, we will probably be going quiet for the next week or so because of Hypno Thoughts.
Yes.
That is their time to shine and showcase their speakers and everything. We don't want to take away anything from them. They do a brilliant job. Gabe, nice to see you, buddy. So yeah, so we will sore losers. David says Happy Canada Day as well.
Yeah. Thank you. And you know, my hashtag would be, can't we all just get along?
Exactly. Speaking of Canada Day as well, that there Canada has its own hypnosis conference.
It does, and I know they are gearing up for October. Uh, you know, as much as I make fun of Toronto being the center of the universe and so on and so forth, it is actually a fairly neat little city to visit. There's lots to do besides the conference. So if you are flying in, give yourself some time, extra time. Niagara Falls is like a couple hours away. You might want to go see the falls if you've never seen them before. And then when you see them, realize they're not the biggest falls in the world. Like there are some massive waterfalls that are out there in the world. And,
Yes.
you know, just the sheer power of the Niagara Falls and the way that things work um, is you know, it's awe inspiring. Like it really is. But you know, that's one part of it. There's all kinds of museums. There's the CN Tower, Air Canada Center, and all of that kind of stuff will be downtown and in that downtown core, right on the edge of Lake Ontario. So if you ever wanted to actually touch a Great Lake, you probably could just walk out onto the beach and touch the Great Lake. In October, it's going to be cold. So
Yeah.
unless you're a polar bear, don't go in the lake.
Uh, Brian has put, I think he's in competition to Canada's 159 years.
Yeah.
Brian has put 250 years for America. And if we're going on ages of countries, can I just say that Britain has just entered the chat?
uh,
There we go.
only one side of Niagara is awe-inspiring. Yes. Well, that would be the Canadian side.
Yes. Jesse also says, what a transition. I'm thinking he means reference to the Canada transition, or is implying something about Brian. I don't know what that could be.
Could be. Could be. In any event, uh, flying in and out of Toronto, the conference hotel, the hotel is right there. So right near the airport. So you don't really have to travel too far one way or another. But definitely, if you have time, get out and explore like Yonge Street and some of the longer streets and boulevards. Um, there's lots of shopping available in Toronto as well. So uh, and check around. You never know what else is uh, going to crop up in Toronto in terms of events because
It's
they do.
interesting. It's interesting to, again, if you're traveling to these conferences, like you've just said then, Shawn, see what else is going on as well. what artists are performing in that same town or city at the same time. What other events are going on that you can get involved in as well.
Yeah.
Vegas is fantastic because they do lots and lots of conferences and events there. And I know when we host ours, at the same time, you've also got SHOT Show, which is one of the biggest firearm shows in the world. You've got the concrete show that's going on, probably not as exciting for a lot of people. You've got AVN happening, which again is a little bit interesting. You get to see some interesting sights around Vegas whilst that's going on. And so, it's see what is happening. And I know when I'm traveling for shows or conferences, it's always nice to get out and about and experience the local culture.
Yeah. And that's, again, speaking of local culture and cultures in general, Jesse just mentioned there's a store in Toronto called Cheese Magic.
Oh,
I would say that would be worth checking out.
yes,
It sounds a little cheesy, but I say check it out.
yes. It's here in Huddersfield, where I am in Yorkshire. We have a crisp convention. So for Americans, that's chips, as in the snack. There's a whole convention about chips, which is unbelievable. And now they have almost a secondary event on the back of that halfway through the year, where they do it's almost like a wine tasting evening, but it's a crisp pairing evening. What crisps go well with what beers? And if you didn't, I wish I was joking. I'm not. But
You know,
people come from around the world for this event, and so it's unbelievable. So it's one of those things that you have to experience it to experience it. And when you're traveling for these conferences and for shows, it's another great way to go. Do you know what? I went to Seattle and saw the wall that had all the chewing gum on the side of it and the fish market. Thank you to Brian for taking me to that wonderful place. And so, yeah, there's lots to see and do around the world.
yeah. Yes, there is.
Don't know what you mean, Brian.
Exactly. Who did we miss? We got Michigan. Oh, we better mention Michigan because
Oh, yes.
that is up and coming. And
Save the best for last.
if you are if you are looking for uh, opportunity to visit someplace that is got some history to it, to Michigan, Detroit, you're in Motown, you got all the music, up and coming music that came out of there from the '60s through to the '90s. Um, yeah, the big three automakers are there. There's um, all kinds of culinary cuisine out there. My understanding is they have their own style of pizza.
And I will say this, and again, almost as if it was a planned transition. Um, whilst I was last at the Michigan conference in Detroit, found out some events that were happening locally and was taken to a puppet karaoke in a local community theatre. I will say this, I tell everybody about this because it was the most joyful experience I have ever had in a room full of strangers that have puppets. It was phenomenal. And I would never have been there if it wouldn't have been for the conference.
There you go. There's there mainstream stuff, and then there's that local flavor, right?
Yeah,
So find somebody who's attending the conference that's local. They can take you places that
exactly.
only the locals will know about.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. And also, as you can see on the poster there, Jason Simmons, a good friend of mine from here in the UK, is going to be the cabaret hypnosis show at the conference as well.
Nice.
And yeah, it's going to be nice to have an English/British feel at the conference as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we met Jason, of course, last year. He was out at PHS, and I believe
Yeah,
he's planning on making a return appearance to PHS as well. So,
I believe so. So
uh,
that is all good. And again, it's part of that community, that family of people that go to conferences. And because PHS is a little bit different, we kind of get a slightly different group than what you would normally see at a lot of the other conferences.
Yeah, and again, you may be a hypnotherapist or hypnotist or somebody who's just involved in the mental health field, thinking about what can what would this why would this matter to me. Well, you know what? If you're looking for technical skills, presentation skills,
Yeah,
uh, how to how to get people very quickly into a workable trance. Uh, Guess what? These skill sets go back and forth, and the business people that we have that attended last year that are as if they're making a return, their business philosophies and their business ideals transfer over just as well.
yeah.
You know,
Hypnosis is one of those skill sets that the actual art of hypnotizing people is fairly simple. Everything else that comes with it is a transferable skill to almost anything that you do in life. If you're doing sales, hypnosis is going to benefit. If you're
yeah,
doing healthcare, hypnosis, you're going to benefit from it. It's one of those skills that is just universal. And the performance side of things, exactly the same. In what career path is presentation skills, communication skills. All of that is going to really help you no matter what it is that you do.
yeah, 100%. And that's why we do what we do.
Yeah,
It's to bring a group of people together that are looking to connect, network, share, sow, and get better.
yeah, exactly. And there's numerous success stories of people who have done some fantastic work before the conference and some amazing work after the conference because of the people that they've met there.
Yeah,
Cool. I think that's it from me.
yeah. And I think that's it from me.
Cool. Guys, thank you for joining us this week. It's always good to have you in the chat as well. There's been some great chat tonight. But yeah, we'll be back next week. Uh, Take care.
Stay well and be awesome.
Be awesome.
Good night, everybody. And we will, of course, say goodnight to TikTok. Thanks for joining, and we will see you next